Okay, we're on problem number 10 now. And again, wishful thinking. I'm trying to get a zero in it. What I'm going to do, when I say zero, zero on one side. And probably the easiest way to do that is to multiply the top equation by 3 and the bottom equation by 4. Well, I'm going to do that without writing it down. So what would you get? You get 9. I'm doing the x squareds now because everything lines up beautifully. 9 and 24, which would be 33x squareds. Then you get 3 minus 8, which is minus 5, and these are xy's. And then you would get minus 6 and 4, which is minus 2y squareds. Now the whole point of this was to get a 0 on the other side. You would get minus 12y plus 12y, it's certainly 0. Now here's my, I say my dream is that this thing is going to factor. And it really does look like it's going to factor nicely. And I'm looking at it, I'm going to say probably, I don't know, 3x and 11x. That gives you 33x squared. There's not much choice on it. The 2 has no choice, though. But where you put it has choice. So I'm going to put 2y here and a y here. And I certainly get the first term, which is 33x squared. I'm not looking at signs. And I get the last term, which is 2y squared. The middle term is what we're really looking to get. And I'm going to say it looks like this over here. But when I say it looks like that, doesn't mean it is that. Let's check it. What do you get? 33x squared. That worked beautifully. 6 minus 11 is minus 5. These are working beautifully. And you get minus 2y squared. So what's y equal to? 3x. And over here, well, it's going to be a little more difficult, isn't it? Y is going to be equal to minus 11x over 2. I'm going to say this one looks easier for me to deal with. Then the big question comes is, where are you going to put it in? I got to make a decision. I want to get rid of the distractions, though. I'm done with this. And I got to go for this. And which of those two equations looks simplest? I'm actually going to think the first one, actually. Let's plug it in. So what do you get? 3x squared. By the way, we're using this here. Then you get x times y. What's that going to give you? 3x squared. Then what do you get? Minus 2 times 9. That's 18x squared. And that equals, let's see, that'd be minus 12x, right? All right. What do I get? I get minus 12x squared is equal to minus 12x. Don't divide by the variable. You could lose a solution that way. I'm just going to divide by minus 12, though. You would get x squared is equal to x. X squared minus x equal to 0. X minus 1 is equal to 0. Get two solutions. The one solution would be x is 0. If x is 0, what would y be? 0. The other solution would be where x is 1, and what would y be? It would be 3. So I found two answers. This is one answer. This is another answer. All right, let's do the other one. More difficult. However, it's doable. All right, I'm done with this. I'm moving forward. I'm getting rid of the distractions as I move forward. I'm still going to use that first equation. I'm going to plug in the y now. It's more difficult. There's no doubt about it. So what do you get? 3x squared plus x times y, which can be minus 11x squared over 2. And then what's going to be? Minus 2y squared. I got to write that down. What's y squared? 121 x squared over 4. Right, I'm going to reduce that. 2 goes into 4 2 times. Oops, get rid of this 2. What does that equal? Well, let's take a look. Minus 4 times minus 11x over 2. Well, it's going to be minus 22. I'm sorry, 22, not minus 22. 22x. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. Oops, 44. Sorry about that. Easy to correct. Let's add that together, right? And what do you get? Let's see. That's going to be minus 5, minus 126. I am going to divide both sides by 2. That's going to be 63, right? X squared equals 22x. All right, I'm going to keep working on that. It's not easy, is it? So it's going to be 0 equals 22x plus 63 x squared. I'm going to factor an x out, and you get x, and then you get 22 plus 63x. Well, x equals 0, and if x equals you get the same point as you got over here. What's the other one going to be? It's going to be minus 22 over 63. Let me write that down. Let's write this down now. What's the y going to be? The y will be minus 11 halves times minus 22 over 63. Well, 2 goes into minus 22 11 times, sorry. You get 121 over 63. This is another point of intersection. All right, let's look at the case, see how we did. Might be getting tired, 10th problem. I want to see if I get those answers. Let's take a look at it. I got the answer 0, 0. 0, 0. Did I get 1, 3? Yeah. Did I get minus 22 over 63? Yep. And 121 over 63? I sure did. All right. So I want to point out I provide a graph for you. Yeah, I probably should be looking at the graph at this point. 0, 0, and 1, 3. 0, 0, 1, 3. The other point, a little bit more difficult to plot. What's that other point? Minus 22 over 63. And again, you couldn't read that from the graph, by the way. And the other number is going to be 120 over 63. You know, a little bit below 2, all right? It works out beautifully, though. It really does. Thank you for paying attention.